We'll cut all the stuff before that out. Welcome back, everybody. Two Whites and a Blue, CBP Media Network podcast. Did you guys know that?
That we do now.
The new thing.
Well, we've had
Check the watermark out.
We've had the network a while, but we don't really do much with it. We don't really do much with it, but we're gonna. So
Always remember that we were first.
yeah, I guess. As I adjust my mic here continuously, we were the first podcast or
Ever.
Osh
Yeah, of all time.
Holy shit! Not many people know that.
We invented it. So what's going on? Good to see you both. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We got a selection of ammunition here on the table. Miller Lite. These things, I mean, every party we go to, it feels like somebody brings these things, the cinnamon whiskey shots.
Yeah.
It's not really my favorite.
No, I didn't anticipate you actually finishing yours on camera.
And also, this is more than a shot.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that too.
Did you bring these?
Yeah.
You brought them, yeah? Okay.
It's like a double. They get you fucking going.
Well, I only bought 6, so I didn't, Well,
You want to share them out. You want to share them out to select few.
Should we start with a swig?
Yeah, of
okay,
course.
all right. Well,
yeah, every time we go
like
golfing, like at a tournament or something, someone always has one of these fucking things.
you fire it up?
Yeah, it's just like I sit there. This is like the one fucking booze that's made me puke like every time in high school.
Southern Comfort does it for me.
Oh, Southern Comfort, I can't drink it anymore.
You guys want me to link you up? Salute. Okay.
Hooray. I can't wait to do that again.
Finish that?
I got half.
Disgusting.
You downed it? No, I'm saving it. It's just so savory and sweet.
What are we talking about today? What did you spend your money on?
When was the last time we did this?
A week ago?
Spend every cent I had on Christmas.
Oh, God.
All the cent. My
Did
credit
you blow a
cards.
bunch
In
of
the
money on
last
Christmas?
week?
Did you?
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of money on Christmas Eve?
Oh yeah, I guess not. But
Did you get your new-ish girlfriend something for Christmas?
I got her a bottle of wine.
Nice.
Nice. It's always tricky.
She works at a winery.
We said we weren't. We said we weren't.
Is that a good idea?
We said we weren't doing Christmas.
This week on Two Whites and a
Yeah.
Blue, is buying your girlfriend who works at a vineyard a good idea? We'll put it in the Spotify poll for this episode.
Whatever.
It's not from her vineyard, right?
She was that. What's that?
It wasn't from her vineyard, right?
No, it was. It was just
all-timer.
yeah. No, because it was like I don't know shit about wine, so I don't know what's good. So the first time we hung out, she gave me a list of wine to get.
Yeah.
So I just got that one again.
Now
so it was like thoughtful.
Right.
Like,
The more that I think about it, I think that it is a good gift because if you work at a brewery, you're like interested in beer, right? So like if you worked at the shittiest brewery in the world, Shed Brewing, and you're probably so sick of their shitty beer.
Sponsor this show.
And then, so if you got some beer from like Fairweather or like a decent brewery, you'd probably be psyched.
Yeah, I would like. Okay, stop right now. One of you guys go turn on that light. One of you guys go turn on that light. Because otherwise, you're gonna look like you're just have lights coming down on top of you. There's a switch. See, it's on the cord there. Boom. Good.
Can't figure out a fucking light.
Boom. Good. Now we're well lit.
Like, couldn't we get the tech to do that?
We don't have a producer yet on this show. It's just me.
Just wait.
I don't know that people who work at breweries actually give a shit about beer.
I think they do. I follow a bunch of them on Instagram, and they're all like fucking
just
nerds
people from
and weirdos.
local breweries around here. Really?
Yeah, I would say so.
Wow. Interesting.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, neither of us fucking know anything, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I had to guess, I would say, yeah, they do. They work at a fucking brewery.
the
You're an
stuff care
electrician.
about,
You care about electrical shit?
He doesn't care. He doesn't want you to buy him fucking wires,
Diodes and shit.
I don't know. I've definitely asked for tools for Christmas.
Tools
Yeah.
is one thing.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hand in hand.
Yeah.
But no, like I would be like she
tools will get you
but
drunk.
She's like more of a beer drinker than a wine drinker. She which confused me.
Yeah, that
But
is
she
interesting.
drinks wine like a bunch. But like I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. So I just figured I'm like, okay, well, she said she got me something small because so like when I had to leave hockey that one time, it was an early game and the boys were going to the bar, but I already told her I'd hang out. So she's like, well, I felt bad, so I got you this. It was like she got me a 6-pack and 2 bags of chips.
Just for that.
And I was like,
Nice.
I got you, yeah, fucking. It was I was
Big
like,
bag?
2 big bags of chips.
Holy
Must
shit.
have been a sale at the gas
One of the
station.
fucking bags was Lay's barbecue, though. I was like, that's tough, but whatever.
Yeah, that is tough. Any
you-
barbecue.
are you,
So
chips.
I just bought her a bottle of wine like that night too. I was like, well, yeah, like it was like $20 for $20. I was like,
How
fuck,
nice it is to be in
Yeah.
the beginning phases of a relationship.
It's so nice, but it's
Yeah.
also weird because I feel like you do this a lot. Around Christmas, you get yourself into like a new relationship.
every time. It's the dumbest
And it's
shit
like,
I ever do.
do we hang out? Do we not hang out? Do we give gifts? Do we not give gifts? There's
Every
so much
fucking
fucking
time I
weird
do it. Every
like
fucking
tiptoeing around you gotta do.
Every fucking time.
Yeah, and it kind of like makes it into put you in like a weird spot because you're like, kind of, what are we? You know, like, fuck, do I get you a gift? Do I not get you a gift? I don't like that.
Well, it's how the fucking.
Well, fuck, you're not gonna
how
be
the
like,
fucking
hey,
cards
let's
lay,
wait till
bro.
after Christmas.
We haven't done gifts for a couple of years now, Kenzie.
No, I like that.
Yeah, because we put money toward the house, and I think we're gonna probably buy not 1 but 2 new cars this year, if I had to guess.
Well, if this fucking podcast takes off, we're all buying
No,
new cars.
I'm gonna need I'm gonna need a new car. I'm pretty sure my car's
could
at
write
the
them
mechanic
off.
right now. I can't write off a car. I can write off a lot of stuff, but I can't.
Yeah,
write
put
off a
that
car
fucking
yet.
decal on it.
We could
right
write
now.
off a car. We could write off a car.
Okay, well,
Because we need to travel to and from work.
chewing from the podcast.
Yeah, well, we'll just slap a fucking sticker on the
I'll
back.
think
Whatever.
about it. I did buy her this year a pair of Beats earpods though, because her headphones don't work or she can't find them or something. And we go to the gym and she's like, I hate the music, blah blah blah. So I picked her up a set off Amazon. I'm surprised. I forgot that Apple bought Beats a couple of years ago.
Yeah, for a couple $billion.
And so you know what they
Yeah.
you know what they added that everyone says is like a huge improvement is just like the whatever they're using for the AirPod connectivity. The AirPods always connect right away. They never come disconnected.
They're perfect. Yeah,
it's unbelievable how good they are.
It's a fucking fantastic
And
product.
so they added
Apple really
that.
doesn't miss, in my opinion.
They don't. I'm a big Apple guy, obviously, and like a lot of
Man,
people
you
give me shit about it.
you were such a big Apple guy standing in the line for the iPhone, and then there was like, I don't know, probably like an 18-month period where you're like, yeah, fuck Apple, man. I've got on the fucking Samsung game.
seeing
I
a
didn't
trend here
like
with Joe.
I didn't like the phones for a while because it just felt like that was when I was like trying to do different things with the phone. Like there was like, you know, I wanted to download a movie or something. I couldn't do it on my phone if I was like, because I didn't have like a good laptop.
And then
for a
you
long
had
time.
the COVID where you're just like super scared of it, super against it.
I was worried about COVID for
I'm seeing a trend here.
60 days.
Yeah.
60 days.
I think I'm sitting to my right is a very fickle individual.
I'm not fickle about Bitcoin. I'll tell you that.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Your mom,
coming.
Your mom
easy, bud.
pulled me aside on Christmas Eve at night or Christmas Day at night, I forget. And she goes, "I need to have a conversation with you when we're
should
more
I put
sober."
all my money into Bitcoin?
Should I put my pension into BTC?
You know what she said? she goes, "I owe you an apology," and I'm like, "For what?" And she goes, "I've just been giving you such a
Been
hard
talking
time
shit
about
about you
Bitcoin
behind
for
your back
so
a lot."
long," and she's like, "You're gonna be right. It looks like you're gonna be right about it." And I'm like, "It's not about being right. It's just that like if it always feels like
Sure.
it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, it is, but it also just feels like everyone now is coming to the same realization, even if it's not like a Bitcoin thing, that the fucking money and finance is fucking insane.
Oh, it's
completely
it's
ridiculous.
the most volatile thing.
It's completely ridiculous. You have
Especially
it's like a second full-time job just to protect the money you earned working a full-time job.
It's just like we talked about it last week, like how you switched Will to like putting it into like the index.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing that too, just because I'm like nervous about buying stuff. Like when I moved out, I had like pulled everything out because I just wanted to make sure I had like I had like, you know, liquid available if I needed it for whatever reason. Like I don't know what I'm gonna be fucking doing, right?
Yeah.
So I pulled it all out, and then like I pulled it out at a really good time because like everything went to fucking shit quickly. But then it all just went right back up. Like
We talked about this in the
Yeah.
gym.
it was like an elastic. I was like, this is like fucking crazy. Like if I like was living at home, or if I was like financially way more stable than I am, I wouldn't give a fuck about that, right? Like if I
Yeah.
But like this is like I kind of needed the money or whatever. I needed like just to have it just in case or whatever, like an emergency fund. I was like looking, I was like, fuck, this is way too heat. But now I'm looking at the index. I'm like, this is the only like real like
It's all the good companies anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's my portfolio was essentially the fucking S&P 500
Yeah.
anyway.
Right. Plus, I don't know, they pay like a little dividend, which is nice.
They pay a great dividend.
Don't forget too that like the more people who are doing passive investing, the better passive investing does.
Yeah, I know. Like I think we
It's a
touched
self-
on
we
that
talked about
last
this
week.
last week.
Yeah.
Exactly
it's,
what we
it's,
talked
a,
about.
it's a Ponzi flywheel, right? Like everyone's just putting their money.
There's no
in.
point in not doing it. And this
Well,
is
yeah.
also like even just talking about this to the whatever 80 people that listen to this.
There was
It could
40
just be-
listens, I think, last week.
Well, there could just be 40 more people pumping into the index, and then we're all fucking
pumping
going
your
up.
bags.
yeah.
This is
Buy
not
the
financial
index.
advice.
Buy the index.
Well, the fucking, I think they were saying since like 401ks became super popular in like the 80s or whatever, like the market has done so well because you know you don't have no choice but to pay into your company's
Just goes.
401k.
Just goes.
And then they have nothing, like they just buy the fucking index all the time. So like that's just like so much fucking money
Yeah.
purchasing the index
Trillions and
constantly.
trillions and
See, I
trillions.
wish, like, that's one thing that pisses me off about, like, my union is that I have no fucking say in my, it's like an RSP, but it's a.
You
like a
should
pension.
control it. They should give you full control.
Well, I should at
of
least
all
Do
the
they know
money.
you do a
to fucking
podcast where we
pull
talk
it.
about it sometimes?
That's true.
Did
Did
you
they
tell
know
them?
that?
Did you tell them?
Do you have a
I'm not telling
podcast
them
to talk about money?
Sometimes with me and Will, you get to talk about it, and maybe you could be in charge.
Well, like, just, I have 84 episodes. This is 86 now, so if I put this.
It's quite the resume.
84,
Well, think
86 now.
Well,
this
last
is
week,
a
last week
double.
was 85, all right? Last week was 85.
Okay, got it.
Relax.
Right,
I'm not
right.
fucking dumb. I just, sometimes I fuck up, you know? But I am right about that. This is 86. Anyway.
I didn't know
I would
that.
just say like this. Hey, listen, Great West Life, I need to have a conversation with you.
That's who administers your.
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought that was benefits.
it's both. I think.
Oh, really?
They'd probably answer the door if you did that.
Yeah, I'll just walk
Hello?
up. I'll go to the building, just knock on the vestibule.
Sir, it's open.
Yeah, I don't care. I need to make an entrance. I got to talk to you. The other day I felt fucking slighted when I found out that I got no control. Like they completely locked it on us, which I think is complete bullshit. Because like if you were a member before, I don't know, 2016 or something like that,
Yeah.
or 2015, I don't know what it is. But you can pull that money out. Like you have to have a percentage in
I mean,
there.
you know why that is, right? Because now
It's because
they have to pay out the
like
guys for-
old heads were pulling it all out and buying trucks and can't retire.
it's not that.
That is what it is.
I think it's-
that,
yeah.
That might be
For
what
us
they,
in particular,
that might be
that's
they
what
te-
it is.
That might be what they tell you. But I think government has this problem too. I was just talking to my dad about this the other night. How we're trying, not we, but like some of the things we've talked about at work in the last like 3-4 years have been related to this like pension, right? What do you do if you want the pension money? There's a vehicle, there's like a way, there's like an avenue and a set of procedures and stuff you have to follow to get your pension out, but you never can actually get it. Like you could say, like they could say like, oh yeah, no, you can pull your pension money out anytime, blah, blah, blah. But they make you put it in a lira, locked in retirement account. And on top of that, they weigh basically like a questionnaire they give you before they decide whether to give you the money or not. How
You're
much
not
risk
sound
do you
of
take?
mind.
Yeah, how much risk are you taking? Which is horseshit because let's face it. Like I don't know if you don't have a pension, you have a pension, right?
Well, it's an RSP. But
So
it is.
okay, so we have a pension. I would just say like the money I've given to the pension so far, could I have bought another house with that?
I know.
See, we just had
You
to
know, like it's not up to you to tell people whether or not they're sound of mind or capable or competent or
Shouldn't matter.
It's your money. The reason it matters is not because people are buying trucks. It's because it's a Ponzi scheme.
Sure.
And there's no
Somebody's making
doubt.
money off it, right?
It's not even that. It's that if they don't get new money, the
The
old
guy who's
guys don't
retiring
get
to-
paid.
yeah, the guy who's
And
retiring
they
tomorrow
know
needs
that.
a bunch of money,
and they know
and,
that.
like,
And
they need
worse,
your money
True.
to pay
Oh,
him.
true, because it's just like it's like the same thing as
And-
a bank.
yeah,
right? The
and-
money
Yeah,
does
exactly.
not really exist.
But
Yeah.
it's almost worse, right? In that, so in those Instagram reels or whatever, which you may have seen me on the last few days.
Because you sent them to us?
No, because they're on the explore page for everybody
paid
I
for
know
it for sure.
Yeah, and so
You also sent them to
the
us.
thing I say in that clip, and this it goes for I think a lot of different like silos of employment, especially if you have a private pension. In 30, 40 years ago, there was 7 people working for every pensioner in Canada. You know what the number is now?
7D.
3.
3.
3 people are working for every person collecting a pension now.
Oh.
So you gotta think 2 things, right? One, it's not sustainable for 3 people who are working for one pensioner because they're not living from 60 to 65. Okay, they're not driving off the Stelco parking lot and dying on the way home at the end of their working life. They're living till 90 now, right? That's one problem. And the other problem
Whole
is
motherfucking houses.
the other problem is how much are those like people earning to be able to pay a top 5-year average pension for 35 years? The people working at Tim Hortons and McDonald's ain't paying for pensions.
They got
And-
pensions at McDonald's now.
but they're not paying for the pensions for people who really are getting them for like government. You name any public sector, right? And public sector is the biggest employer in this country.
Plus, like the
Teachers,
the
police,
fucking-
firemen,
the
government
salaries are
workers.
just going higher and higher and higher, which means your
Higher
pensions are getting higher and higher and higher.
I
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
And so all this together, like this is really the textbook definition of a Ponzi scheme. If you don't get new money coming in, or if you get people pulling out who think they can do better, and by the way, they can most times. Even if they didn't, like, I'm not saying you have to do it yourself when you pull out. You can pull out and give it to an investment advisor. You can go to TD Bank in the back office and give it to like anybody will do a better job for you than the pension contributions will do for you.
Well, it's so hard to
100%.
manage. Like, it's so much easier to manage like $100 million or $50 million than it is to manage like fucking
Yeah,
20
500K.
billion. Or like, no, I'm saying like the less sum that you have, it's easier to manage it.
And it's
you
less
know?
loss.
Not
too.
necessarily.
Like your
I would
percentage
say
is
so,
all
yeah.
relative.
You
right?
can.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
I would say no because
if you try to buy a position in anything with billions of dollars, you're gonna fuck with the stock price.
maybe,
heavily.
but for you yourself, it's easier to manage a portfolio.
What I'm saying is that those companies that are managing your pension are dealing with such large
right.
sums of money
Yeah.
that they
Okay,
have no
okay.
choice but to buy huge mutual funds and huge like
Fair.
things
They
like
don't
that.
know. They don't always though. By the way, Quebec's public service pension or teachers pension was in the news last summer because they put in
They went all in on Solana.
not once but twice on FTX.
Yeah.
Not once but twice. And
Isn't
so
that like another Bitcoin thing? The FTX. What the hell?
FTX
is
was
it?
an exchange that
collapsed.
went under. They were running a Ponzi over there.
Oh, that was the
SBF.
Tom Brady
Sam
shit, wasn't
Bankman-Fried,
it?
yeah, that guy. And like the thing I said on the other show, like you guys probably agree with this, but I'll say it anyways. If the due diligence they're doing is so piss poor that they go in not once but twice with SBF and FTX, where else are they doing due diligence? Like what other
I don't know.
investing are you doing?
I mean, I'm not going to say that.
This is okay.
Okay.
This is like my major.
So why do you think that this is not happening other places? That due diligence is basically
No, I
gone by the
agree, but
wayside
like,
now?
what the due diligence for FTX is like, man, I don't know. I feel like they obviously did a good job at hiding it, where it was like,
How about you go
so
to-
many fucking people got fucked for that, you know?
I expect crypto idiots to get scammed by that guy. I don't expect pension funds to get scammed by that guy.
Yeah, but like they had like who else invested in them? They're probably like, oh,
I don't
this
know.
guy
I'd
invested
have
in
to
them.
see the
Fuck
list.
it. Like I can't wait to get in on the next
Yeah,
round.
let's trust Tom Brady with my investment.
It is
Well, not
though.
Tom Brady.
I
I'm
trust
talking
him
about
with
like,
a fucking. I trust him with an each
But this-
way
but that's a
bet
good point.
with
but I'm saying like so many hedge funds and shit were like backing them too. So
That's
you're
a good.
like, all
That's
right,
a good
cool.
point, right? One hedge fund backs them. Someone with a reputation. Everyone else is like, well, they must have done their due diligence.
Yeah,
so
that's
There
there's
goes
exactly
their
what it
fucking
is.
reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Who
like
knows,
you put it
right?
all on the line on a fucking gamble. It's like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? I understand investing for the most part is essentially gambling, but it's like educated.
There's due
guessing,
diligence
right? For
involved,
sure.
yeah.
There's lots of work and there's like preparation you can do to pretty much maximize your odds.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
you can
yeah.
do lots of good work and like it's pretty much fail safe.
Yeah.
But you can always fuck you over for sure. Like there's
Yeah,
no
you
question
can never.
about that.
Yeah, there's
Can't
never
time
like a
anything.
safe, fully 100%
Nothing.
safe investment.
Nothing.
That's the worst thing, right? I have like a really principal opposition to this, and it's only because I spend time thinking about like Bitcoin nowadays. But like this idea that you have to spend your time and your energy working for the money, and then you have to spend more time and energy protecting the money after you've already earned it.
I don't even mind that because I don't even get that option. I do that for myself.
Yeah.
And then they just go, oh, actually, we're going to just deal with it. Sorry, bud. I'm like, no. I'd rather pull that money out, leave the percentage that I have to, that I'm obligated to leave in for the union hall, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the reason may be. I have no fucking
What do you
clue.
get for your union dues?
What do you mean? What do I
Like
get?
like what does the union give
What do they have to offer?
the brothers and sisters? and the-
bargaining.
Well,
They're
there's
good at-
lots of
good at
there's lots of
bargaining
shit
you.
that they have
they
have to
they
offer
collectively
that a
bargain?
lot of people
Yeah.
don't fucking take advantage of, and they're the guys who are pissed off.
Like what?
I'll go and play in the hockey tournament every year, which is fucking completely free. Like you get a bus, booze, food, the whole tournament's paid for.
Is that money well spent?
just
Yeah,
shit,
no
why
kidding.
not? It's networking big time.
Well, yeah, but what if the guy who's like, you know, he's fucking 70 years old, he can't even barely walk, he doesn't even have the chance to play
he's also
hockey.
been paying into it his whole life.
we got to think of the
Yeah.
decrepit guy, Mike.
I'm just saying, like it's like there's shit like that doesn't bother me, but like it bothers a lot of people. It's like, oh yeah, go have fun spending my dues. I'm like, well, if you fucking played hockey,
Yeah.
you could go do this too. Like there's shit that they have to offer. Like it goes into like training programs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like especially for us, like in particular, like for like a skilled trade where like training is super important. Like they have tons of fucking training programs that are underutilized for sure. Like because nobody wants to go do that on the weekend and shit like that. But which I get, but like at the same time, if you take advantage of it, it can boost you forward. Like no problem. There's tons of stuff that they actually do, but like a more established union hall would be better. Like fucking like Toronto's local is very good. Like they've got like 15,000 members. They're running like fucking clockwork over there.
What do the
Right.
bad locals look like?
I don't want to say anything.
Cool. Are you in one?
No comment.
What does the president get paid? Do you know?
Probably a
That's-
lot.
You
There's
got to
guys-
be able to find
that's
that
the
out.
So,
worst
oh,
part.
it's definitely,
gotta be
public.
fucking-
It's definitely public. But we've had fucking history in the past with like embezzlement and shit like that. Guys getting kicked out for that shit.
It's not
It
a
would be
good
so
union
hard
unless
not
you
to embezzle at
no
that
kidding.
level.
If you, this is the thing too. Like guys are in there in the office doing I don't know what, right? Like, but they're getting paid like foreman, like getting paid
Yeah,
like
yeah.
making 120.
I'll bet
a
you the
year.
president is getting paid
Way more than that.
So
Oh, they're getting
much.
they're making tons like the BAs and stuff like that.
That's
like,
just a paycheck too.
But this is like at the same time too. It's like there's lots of guys that are like in the field on the tools, and then they go into the office, which they're not designed for that.
Yeah.
like those particular people are not designed. Some of them are for sure. There's some like people that were like they were on the tools, they're in the office, are doing a good job.
I feel like you also lose perspective then too. Like they bring you into the office and now you're not boots on the ground anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You kind of lose touch with like
For
the
sure.
fucking-
100%.
your
But
fellow
there's
man.
but there's some guys that are really good that have transitioned into it, and they're getting they're earning it, and it's fine. I'm cool with it. But there's one time I went in to get like my books for school. There's this one guy in there. He's not there anymore, but he you could tell he was not built for this. Like he's in there, he's like a super like fidgety guy. Like
He's wearing his steel toes in the office.
yeah, like and he's just like you could tell like just like any like if you got like any influx of like emails and like just like administrative work, he was fucking like so like
he's looking for his apprentice.
losing his shit, right? Like like just because he's not built for that type of work, right? And like typically tradesmen aren't. There's the odd ones that are, right? Like, you know, and they typically go into like design, engineering.
Exactly.
That kind of sector. But like these guys are in there just doing like administrative work.
Because you hated school for the most part, you know? Like you didn't like school to begin with.
But he wanted to get out of the field. So he's like, well, I'll just go get my piece of the pie in the office. It's like, dude, you can't do
Not
that.
quite the same.
Like
Right.
if the right way to do it would be to literally hire like a BA or like something like that. Like go to universities where kids are learning this shit and they're like, or like hire someone
What's
with
a
experience.
BA?
You're like a bachelor of arts, like a business BA or whatever. And
Like I have a BA.
I mean, that was my guess, but I wasn't sure if that's what the context was.
But you hire them,
union talk.
like somebody, but like, and maybe don't keep it all in the family because you're hiring an electrician to do a businessman's job.
Right.
Right. They don't know this shit.
Don't you? But isn't it true that like when I talk to you sometimes, you say like you want to start a business. Like you need both, right?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
would like to start a business, but then at the same time, I know what that's going to entail. It's a shitload of work.
Yeah.
The only reason I want to do that is for my own like freedom, but at the same time, I'm literally giving up my fucking freedom.
You need to like partner with someone who is gonna do all the back end work. For
Pretty
you.
much.
Like,
Like,
you
yeah,
don't
the
want to do
administrative
your
shit.
books and shit.
Listen, this
Yeah.
might be an insensitive comment, but every successful tradesperson I know who's got their own business, the other person you're talking about is their wife.
Yeah.
It is.
Which is fine.
My cousin's got a super successful plumbing business. His wife runs it. The guy he worked for before, same thing. His wife runs the accounting.
It's too much, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
look
too
over-
much for
I
one
look over.
person, yeah.
I think Brad and Sarah. I think Sarah does Brad's back end accounting too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
too
Back
much.
end
Like
books.
it's like it's not insensitive.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
fucking
much.
true. Like you cannot be alone doing that. Like
Unless you want to work 100-hour weeks,
Yeah.
like
you
and
can't,
do
there's
nothing
no
else.
fucking way. Like you
Yeah.
could do it, but like
Yeah.
all these people's like, I did it all myself. I did it all. I'm like, no, you didn't.
And
You
it's
fucking
always-
had help. You hired people.
For sure.
Stop being an egomaniac.
Is
and
it always
submit
better? Is it? I'm curious what you guys think about this, because I know Kenzie does a lot of like work for CPP logos and branding and stuff like that. And I got to tell you, it's a bit of a hassle working with her because she never wants to do it on the timeline that I want to do it on.
Of course,
Well, obviously, she's way
busy
less
doing her own
invested.
shit.
She's
Yeah.
less invested, but I wonder, do you guys think you could? Would
Give
you,
her a percentage.
if you were a percentage? We're married. She gets percentage no matter what. The percentage is 50.
Pay her.
She doesn't draw a
And,
paycheck.
no,
Fucking
she doesn't.
right.
No, she doesn't draw a paycheck. You're right.
You want to motivate her?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Tax incentives.
I'll think about paying her.
Give her $1,000 to put into the joint account.
We just. I expect to see this in there.
All your money goes
next
into
week.
our joint account.
I don't even. I
here's
haven't
a
looked at
check.
the joint account for.
Yeah.
So I wonder, do you guys think you would, if you were in that position, would you hire someone to do your
Yes, of
administrative
course.
work, or would
If
you
I could,
ask,
yeah,
would
if
you
I
ask your
could.
significant other to do it?
I would. I feel like I'm on the other side of that because I would be better at the back end shit than the other
Hope's
shit.
in there fucking digging holes and fucking.
Hopes the shovelsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
see,
Hope's
like
down to get her fucking hands dirty.
The ideal is like you have whatever somebody, sure, let's just say your wife in the office doing
Sure.
all that shit. Let's just say, like, you know, for hypothetical, she's in the office. You have a crew doing all your jobs, and then my job would just be running around drumming up business, overseeing every project. Going from
Well, so
job
you're
to job
drumming
to
up
job.
business,
Yeah,
too.
That's the whole point. That's
People hire for that as well. By the
dude,
way.
and honest to God, people like the owner of our company, people are getting like fucking pissed at him, right? Because like, what the fuck does he even do? I'm like, this motherfucker is like, you hear him talking to like, you know, GCs and people on site and like, you know, owners and stuff like that. And he
Yeah.
is fucking slick
What's
as
a
fuck.
GC?
General contractor. And he's just, but like, that's what they are, right? And he, like, you hear him just talking like schmoozing, right?
Well, it's the having a business is almost all about just the contacts that you
For
have.
sure.
Like, yeah, you can advertise on fucking Google, advertise on Facebook and all that shit. But like at the end of the day, like if you're just like a local business, just going around shaking hands and shit is like you're gonna drum up all your
It's
work
huge.
doing that.
Yeah.
It's huge to
You
do
know?
that.
It's,
You're
and
100%
it's like
right.
such an underrated skill, and it's not a common skill. Like people don't have it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'd be like super slick. I'd be like, maybe I am fucked. Maybe I'm just working for
You
the rest
guys,
of my life.
you
right?
guys, I mean, I say you guys, but we might be the last generation that really has that skill and is competent in like a crowd of strangers, right?
Yeah.
I think I don't see too many other people younger than
Well,
us.
it's different now. Like kids nowadays are like more comfortable in front of like a camera than they are in front
Yeah.
of people.
That's
It's really
weird, yeah.
It is really odd.
You go to
right? Like,
Shoppers
yeah.
and try and talk to the cashier. Admittedly, the cashier is like 17 or 18, maybe in most cases, but they don't talk to you.
They're like,
man or woman,
hey.
by the way. It's not, you know,
Yeah,
it's not just like a shy young woman or something.
Debit
They
or
don't-
credit?
Yeah, they don't talk
And
to
they're
you.
just like looking like on a
Super
45
weird.
degree
Sometimes they
angle
won't say
down.
anything.
Yeah,
Nothing.
meanwhile, by the way, when I remember when I was working at Zellers, it was like forced on
Sellers.
us to like try and get people to
You're
sign up for
dating
credit
yourself.
cards. Right? You have to like, oh, hey, are you putting this on your Zellers card? Do you
Right,
want, you want to
yeah,
sign up for
yeah,
one
yeah.
10%? And you like go back and forth with them while you're scanning their stuff.
See,
Right.
with something like that, I think I'm super capable of doing it. Like if I just shut off every moral in my head, but I have such a hard time doing that. So like that's why I never got into sales or anything like that. I think I could sit there and spin the yarn the fucking all day, but I don't think I would feel so like morally like
You just need some motivation.
degrading
You just
in
need
my
some
head.
Oh, for sure.
When we were younger, the Zellers used to give us, me and this other guy, Gagan, nice Indian fella.
Good name.
They used to send us into the aisles on
Gagan?
busy Saturdays, and with a clipboard and the credit card applications.
Right.
And they'd be like, "We're down, you know, we're under our expectations for today." So like 3 or 4 o'clock, they just come pull you off the cash register, pull you off the service desk, and be like, "Get out there."
Did you ever
Start
sign
hunting.
anyone up?
Tons of people.
Really?
We were animals.
I never would do that.
My dad used to laugh at the number of gift cards I'd come home with because every 3 you get $10.
No,
so
yeah.
just like $10 HBC gift cards.
Yeah.
And like, okay, do whatever. I don't know. I'll take cash for these.
Slight incentive.
And it was awesome. Like, and like, you know, we found out pretty quickly, not because Zellers told us this. I don't want to like slander HBC too much, but you find out pretty quickly that like, it's not necessarily even about your level of skill. It's just that you have to be more skillful than the person you're talking to. And you're not articulating that the same way when you're 17 or 18, but you are, it's like an instinct. You go to the person who's got the diapers and the kids' toys. You go to the person who looks like they don't have enough money for the cart. The person who looks like maybe they could use that 10% off, right? And it's
Right.
like, it sucks to say that, but
That's the truth, though.
but that's how it goes, right?
That's how it- that's why
I think-
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Morally,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
capable.
Turn
Maybe
it
you're
off.
helping that person out though.
Turn
I
it
don't
off.
know. If that person can't afford it and they need it.
Well, that was
maybe
the
or
big-
not.
The big pitch was always you pay with your card and then you just pay it off right after the till. Invariably, okay, 95% of the time they pay with their new card. Okay, do you want to pay it off now? Oh, I don't have time. I'll just get into
Dude,
thousands.
I was scrolling on Instagram.
Oh, only
a while
18%
ago.
interest. Cool. Yeah.
It was like
that's
24. It was like 24.
Dude, I was
It's
scrolling
crazy.
on Instagram like a while ago, but it was just like this random like fucking Mario whatever like video, but it was a rap, right? The guy it was like a London, England rapper. And it was just him going back and forth, like you know how what's like Give Me the Loot, how he's having a conversation with himself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And then it's just basically talking like one of the lines, and he says is like he's talking about morals and get rid of them. They're a poor man's quality.
It's true.
I was like, "Fuck, that is crazy,
true. It
man!"
is
Like
true.
I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking broke because I have fucking morals.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
either have to have like really, really good morals, and you have to be in like a group where everyone's kind of sharing those morals with you, or you have to be completely void of a moral compass.
But you can't. It's
There's
like
no
if
in
you have
between.
them, if they're that strong, like I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty loyal. I like integrity.
because you're older now.
I've always been like that.
You know,
I've
doubt
never
it.
fucked anybody
I doubt
over.
it.
I don't. Well, I definitely have, but not like on an extreme level, right? Like you're learning your
So
lessons.
what are we
and shit.
talking? So what are we talking about that?
What I'm saying is like I don't feel like I'm the type of person that like if say like we're all in a room and there was one thing
You
that I
wouldn't
could
fuck
no
over
shut up,
us.
just listen.
Us.
Yeah, sure, but like what would you fuck us over if it was like $50 million on the other end of it?
He probably
You
is.
just had to
we
fuck
probably
us
don't even
over.
know how much money this fucking
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
is making.
I just slapped that logo on there without even telling you
Yeah,
guys.
see, there it is. Moral is dropping. We didn't even fucking agree to this, by the way.
You have no
My
choice.
fucking suit. We didn't
Yeah,
even.
I'm
There's no
fucking-
contract. Fuck this podcast is over.
You have no choice.
You want to fucking bet? Me and we'll do our
I
own
don't.
show.
I don't know. You gonna come?
Can we use the
you gonna come
studio?
rent the studio? I don't know that.
I'm just gonna break in and use it.
It seems like one of the things I've noticed more and more is
It's
that
just half my house, dude.
like young kids, it seems like they're more morally convicted now than they were.
What do
when
you mean
I
by
was
that?
young-
What do you mean
younger.
morally convicted?
Like they're not willing to throw people under the bus in the same way they were
the
before.
fuck do you mean?
That's how I.
Younger kids?
Yeah, like 20.
Why do you say that?
25. It's just been my experience. I don't know. Like when I was coaching and when I'm on Instagram or like some of the people in the Bitcoin crowd.
What
are a
about
little
every
younger than
single
me.
fucking kid nowadays being like super sexually promiscuous? All of them.
Are they?
Have you not watched anything? Everybody cheats on everybody.
One of the
now.
things I've seen is that kids now are less likely to put themselves in situations where they're like inebriated and stuff, and to kind of stay away from all that, right?
That's all. I mean, I don't really have a good opinion on this because I don't fucking hang out with many 16-year-olds and shit.
Oh fuck.
But like,
You sure?
I thought we were saying like 2025.
oh sure, but
like that?
like what I've seen is that there are way more like sober Gen Z. What the fuck is it?
Zoomers.
Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Way more sober than
You know what
than there
else there is
sober
more
us.
of now,
for
which
sure.
is funny?
What?
Virgins.
Oh yeah,
And it's actually, yeah, I saw that. It's a statistic. There's more people that are like in their
Christianity
late,
on the
like
rise?
mid
That's
to
really
late 20s.
that's really bad. That's really
mid to
bad.
late 20s not having sex.
You don't want that because
of course you don't want that. That's
Yeah.
what creates fucking people to go
Yeah.
shoot up movie theaters.
Yeah.
You
Yep. And then
need
it's-
well also we need more people to get into the pension Ponzi, right? And we don't have that right now. So
True.
Kids
That's a
don't
big
want to
problem.
work.
well,
Maybe-
it's like the Pareto or Pareto principle. You guys know what this is? We've talked about this before for online dating. It's
Yeah,
probably
right.
part of the virgin thing. Like when you take out all the sort of barriers, social, geographic, or otherwise,
Everything's online.
the top 20% of guys are doing 80% of the fucking, and that's when you get guys who are like in sort of mid-range who just suddenly can't get laid.
Yeah.
They just suddenly can't. And then,
Well-
if you go out for like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, you don't even get a look from a girl. Are you going to go out the 6th week? Maybe not. Maybe none of your buddies are either. And then before you know it,
just develop a drinking habit.
well, this is
Yeah, exactly.
okay. So this is the thing. Your sister and I were talking about this, Mike. How like these stats of kids who are like sober now. I don't buy it. I think what you're seeing is actually kids who just don't want to go out. And I bet you, if you look at the number of kids who are
I don't
vaping,
know, man.
smoking
Have you
pot,
ever-
on gummies, on prescription pills.
Did you ever give up when you were like on a drought? You never fucking gave
First
up.
of all, what drought? Second of all,
Okay,
I would
bud.
never give up anyways
Guy's
because
fucking
because
5'8".
that's
what I'm saying.
Because there was no other options for us. You couldn't just hop on Tinder
You
or
wanted
hop
to get
on.
laid.
Yeah.
You wanted to get laid. It was like, what do you, yeah, just fuck it. I give up. No, you always want to get
You had
laid.
no
Yeah,
choice.
exactly.
You had no choice. But now these kids,
You know what I feel like now? I feel like ugly people aren't fucking now. There was like,
Yeah.
you know, back
Standards
then, like
are high.
ugly
Oh.
people would fuck other ugly people, you know?
Yeah.
But now it's like,
Hot
you know,
damn.
everything you're fed constantly on Instagram is like hot chick,
Perfect.
perfect, 10, 10, 10.
It's
So you're
fucking
like,
bad,
So it's
man.
like, man, I don't want to go have sex with like a 6 because like
Wow,
all
true,
I'm getting
true.
fed all day is like every chick is like this hot, you know?
And
then
they're
all I'm
fucking
seeing
not
is
that hot
this.
either. That's the bullshit about it.
cheerleader effect, man.
It's fucking bullshit. They're all
Cheerleader
fucking,
effect.
they're like, all those chicks are like 10s on Instagram. They're like 7s max.
Yeah,
They're
exactly,
like-
yeah.
You see them, you're like, oh, you're just like fucking average.
No
Like,
one looks like what they look like on
It's
Instagram.
crazy. It's
That's
like,
the
what,
problem.
It's, like, I
Except
don't even
us,
understand
we
what's
all look
allowed.
like we do on Instagram.
Yeah, of
Of
course.
course,
Well,
because
yeah,
we don't
I
use
do
any
look
filters
like
or
without saying.
anything.
Goes
Yeah.
without saying.
I look like in real life when I look on Instagram.
On this, yeah, this is a pretty good
We
portrayal.
look like
I
this.
Yeah,
This video is an accurate representation.
I'm a little more tan than this, but
I would say I'm a little more jacked.
I'm a
than
little,
what you
yeah,
see
I'm
here,
definitely a
but-
little bit more shredded.
Cool.
shredded,
Actually, I'm actually probably way worse on camera than I am in real life.
Oh,
That's
come
10
on.
pounds.
But it is weird. Like the Instagram thing is a whole other story. I notice on Instagram, it's not shorts, reels on reels. The things I get fed are steady, like gym girls, gym guys, and sometimes like the occasional video game video.
And you fucking eat it up too. You love it.
I don't.
You do. All you talk about is
I
that.
was just about to say that I've spent way more time in the last like 5-6 months on YouTube Shorts. If I'm going to just scroll mindlessly, because those videos, the stuff I subscribe to on YouTube, is a way more accurate representation of what I actually care
Yeah,
about.
like your algorithm.
It's
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better.
It's more designed
and so it's
for
like
you.
you get a little finance.
Well, you designed
some,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get a little
exactly.
finance, get some fitness stuff, you get some video game stuff.
It's also just like smaller portions of
Yeah.
longer videos.
Yeah, it's like I like that
Yeah,
better,
yeah, yeah.
right?
It's
I think
not
it's
like
not
it's
just
not
like-
designed to be.
I
a
enjoy
10-second
it.
Yeah,
clip.
Yeah, I
exactly.
enjoy it a lot more. And like I was telling Kenzie, like she goes on Instagram Reels, and we were just talking today. She's like, I gotta stop scrolling on my phone. I'm like, man, just set a time limit for Instagram and use YouTube instead if you want to scroll, because the stuff you actually will. If you will sit and watch a 15-minute video, you must like it, and it's not something that's gonna like poison your mind or like
It might.
you know. It shouldn't at our age.
Yeah,
but
I do mindless scrolling. Obviously, we all fucking.
how
do
bad a
it.
scroller are you?
Like it depends on the day. Like if I'm just cheesing hard, for sure I'm scrolling.
If
Like,
you're living in the slip that day,
yeah, big time. Like yesterday, I was slipped.
nice
For sure. I scrolled and I sat on my ass for 15 hours. I don't regret it at all. It was a fucking excellent day.
I got
Chicken
a
wings for
request on the
breakfast,
beer here.
NHL for 8 hours, and then Instagram and TV shows. It was a shit show day. And I was fucking hyped on it. But yeah, I mindlessly scrolled a bunch. But like typically I think usually like when I'm like on my computer or whatever, probably escaping or something. Like usually what I'm really doing is I'm watching like interviews or documentaries.
YouTube though mostly,
like
right?
YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm on there watching it. And I'm actually like just, you know, even if I'm not fully immersed in it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, it's just slowly getting in, and there's like a more of a like there's continuity to it. It's not just like bang, 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 like all this other shit. Like you're sitting there, like, your brain is just doing this shit because you're getting fed so many like little quick snippets, and your brain's just fucking frying itself.
For sure.
I'm like kind of dialed into one fucking thing.
Well, for sure. Like that, like you can consume, let's say like you're watching like a half-hour video on YouTube, and that's all you're doing. You can consume like, you know, 6 a day. Maybe that's a lot. But like if you're doing reels like 10 seconds, you can consume 500 of them in a fucking day. That's so much fucking information.
But is it information or is it just fucking nonsense?
No, it's
bullshit.
white noise.
It's bullshit. It's white noise.
You're
It's
never
nothing.
going to
It's white
retain
noise.
anything
It's
from
nothing.
those.
It is-
How many videos on YouTube now have that same or on Instagram I should say have that same what do you call it, the car or whatever that's like just going over endless ramps.
The Grand Theft Auto car is just going down. There's like a video on top.
Because that apparently helps with like copyright strikes or something like that.
Oh.
If you're taking someone else's content, you just like stick. Can you give me a beer?
Yeah.
Grab
It's
the
in
ones
the
out of
fridge. In the
lunch
fridge.
pail.
You want a Miller High
I got one here, but go ahead, grab one of them. They're down here.
There's
whatever, go
there's
get
like
some
the
fridges.
the copyright strikes. I guess you don't get them if you have that car like streaming in the background.
Is that like? Because honestly, I don't even like hate that. I
The
always
car?
watch the car, and then I'm like listening to it. That's dude.
You're giving yourself up.
That's what I'm saying.
mindless scrolling.
That's what I'm saying. When I say I'm scrolling mindlessly. I'm not doing it with any fucking intention. I am wasting time.
Cannot have that.
But that's how it is, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fucking bad. I'm sitting there, like, just watching it. And I'm like, what's this gonna do? I'm like, it's just fucking, you're just dumbing yourself out, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
You don't see much of that on YouTube.
no, of course not.
Yeah.
But like but YouTube, it's like you have like your homepage or whatever, and it's got all your like videos you might like, and then
Yeah.
you can pick and choose from that. As where Instagram is just like feeding it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like a fucking, it's
Plus,
just a machine.
like the other thing too, I think if I go to YouTube, how many like channels do I subscribe to on YouTube? It might be 80, 90.
I'm
max.
less than that, but I'm when I do subscribe, and it's actually a decent amount, but it's like all shit that I like. Like I watch, like it's a lot of interviews, music,
Exactly.
whatever, just stuff that I'm interested in, and then like my algorithm is based on that. So which means I've designed it. So anything that I'm fed is like it within my realm. Like Instagram, you go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You come back, your entire explore page is fucked.
Yes.
Like if you just go through and there's a hot chick and you just like you get caught and you start watching it, then you go back to your explore page. It's just like all hot chicks.
Happens all the time.
All hot
For sure,
chicks.
for sure.
It's like, and it's like, you know how there's like the whole page and then there's that one that's moving and you're obviously looking at it. Like I think like there was like, I don't know if it's a conspiracy or not, but they say that it like the camera is watching where your eyes go.
The camera's not watching necessarily where your eyes go, but they do look at where your thumb taps, I think, and they also look at how much time you spend on each reel.
Right.
So if you happen to watch, this happens to me all the time. There's videos of like guys. So okay, I was watching a video the other day about how to do a proper.
my liege.
Thank you, my friend. I should
grace.
call you my liege back.
you one of mine.
Well, whatever, it's fine.
Nah.
I like the tall boys. There's a video of, and I got to look for this now more on YouTube, by the way, for the algorithm. There's a video of a guy doing lat pull downs, and he's got his legs instead of under the pad, behind him.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And so I was kind of watching this video, and I'm like, everyone has done this already, but I was thinking, is he actually not using the pad, or is the camera going to change? He's going to claim he's not using the pad and do 200-pound fucking LPD, right? And in the background of the shot, but not so backgrounding that you can't see it clearly, is a girl in booty shorts doing squats.
Always.
And so I wonder if YouTube looks at that video and says there's more seconds of the video with the girl doing the squats than there is of the guy doing the lat pull down. And that's what they feed you going forward to try and keep you there. And if the guy who made the video is saying, it doesn't matter if this guy wants to see lat pull downs, he'll stay for the ass.
I don't even understand. There's fucking porn there.
It's pretty
just go
close.
watch porn.
It is pretty close.
Just go watch porn.
But
You
the
want to
thing
just
is,
go to the gym and look.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, there's a new market emerging. This is
It's the weirdest fucking thing
it's
ever.
not. It's not weird. It's
It
a
is
half.
weird.
It's a half baked thought. Okay, I think there's a lot of people in shitty, sexless relationships who can't do porn because their wife will get mad, their husband will get mad, but they can get away with scrolling shorts and
Just
scrolling
a bunch of
Instagram.
yes dear men.
I think so.
Yeah, but how
Happy
the
wife,
fuck
happy
did-
life.
I think so, man.
See what your
honestly.
wife's gonna be like. Oh, you're jacking off again? What are you checking out? Oh yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
that's
know.
all right.
I think this is. I think it's a
Over the
real.
shoulder. Oh, look, wait, what? Oh, yeah.
I think
okay,
it's
not porno.
Wait,
I
wait,
think
let me
it's
get the
a
list
real-
out. Yeah, you're good for that.
It is a real.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a developing market, I think. And
fucking terrifying.
No, I
it's
don't
bad.
know, man.
It's-
Dude, that's like what scares me the most about getting into a relationship is like how am I going to deal with that? Like if it's overbearing or whatever, am I going to be like if you lash out or whatever, and then they're like you're toxic, blah blah. I'm like,
who lashes
I
out?
don't, just like if I say I'm like just to say hypothetically, I'm not at all. By the way, let me clear that out right now. But if I was like who knows? Like things could change over 3 fucking years or whatever.
Sure.
Right? You never know, right? You never
years-
really know somebody. You move in and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Shit
Well, you're
goes
also in a
crazy.
super new relationship,
Yeah,
so you really
for sure.
don't
And
know.
like I said,
Maybe
she's
you'll be
great. I'm
abusive.
not fucking.
What
let
are
me
we
just
talking
let me
about
just get the shovel out. Let me get the shovel.
What are you
out.
talking? What are you
Dig
talking?
myself
What are you
about this
talking
hole
about
that I
here?
got myself in. But no, if it becomes overbearing and say something like that does happen, and you're like you said, in this sexless relationship or whatever, your wife is fucking making sure it's okay that you jerk off to this fucking. Girl,
She's
squatting
reviewing-
in the back
she's
of a lap pulled out video.
reviewing your content.
Is this acceptable? Pulls out the notepad.
Babe, can you come check this out?
That would be like, how do you fucking respond to that? Like, I don't picture myself in that relationship. I think I'm pretty confrontational or whatever. I think I can handle myself quite well. But how,
I'm
if
watching
you
porn.
weren't-
I'm so what? I'm gonna watch porn. Big deal.
Exactly. Like, if I want to watch porn, I'm a fucking grown man.
The other
I
thing-
don't watch
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
porn.
I think porn is bad for you.
I don't really
Yeah, I
watch porn.
agree.
That's why I'm
But-
not
Yeah,
worried
yeah,
about
same.
this. But if I
Shouldn't-
fucking
shouldn't.
wanted to, I'll just fucking watch it. Who cares?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at it.
It's out
Fucking
there.
join me then. I
Yeah,
don't
it's out
care.
there.
I'm
Yeah,
in
yeah,
here.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Want to hang out or what?
The
I'm
thing I
watching
don't-
this for the next 8 minutes.
The other thing I don't really get, and like this might get, we might get into some hot water here, but I think it's worth talking
Weird.
about. We were at the gym the other day. You were there. Kenzie and I went. Kenzie always says the same thing. Like
Will is so shredded and jacked.
he's
That's what
so
she
cool.
always says.
He's so cool.
Oh, cool too. Yeah.
She always says the same thing, and I think we've talked about this, the three of us, in the past. Like I am shocked at how much skin I see on young women at the gym. Like it is fucking shocking.
Yeah.
It is
Their body, their choice.
It is
though, bro.
like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying it's not their choice. What I am
Yeah,
saying
but you're also
is
in there in a
it
fucking
is-
like a thong ass t-shirt and
it's-
fucking short shorts.
I'm not. I was wearing pants the other day.
I seen you in there in tanks.
A tank top?
Yeah.
I might wear a basketball jersey in the summer, but you
Seen
never
you in
gonna
a crop top before.
No chance. I don't even own a crop top, number one. And number two,
I fucking hope not.
yeah, no
He just
shit.
takes it off, throws it out, makes another one. When he gets
Guys
home.
do be wearing crop tops.
That's
I do
the
see that.
worst.
I know.
But I'm just saying, like,
I
you know,
can't do
how,
the gym
what
anymore.
do you, how do you
It's
do?
fucking
Like, what do you
ridiculous.
do if this is another problem, right? If you're a guy, one of these guys who's like having trouble getting into a relationship, finding a sexual partner, is the gym really the place you want to be, or do you feel almost worse there than you do at home because of what you see there?
I feel pretty good.
You know, we're not the kind of demographic I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
I really feel like this like sexless guy, it's like another point of friction for improving your standing.
Yeah, but
You
what's he
feel
supposed
like-
to do? He's just going to avoid all sexy
I
women
don't
moving
know.
forward? Why would that
I
help?
don't know. I'm trying to put myself in that mind frame. If you're like angry about things, like upset about the way things are going for you, do you want to continue to be around these people who don't want to give you the time of day? And it's both genders, by the way.
Yeah, but that's why you put your fucking hood up, your headphones on, you do your job, and get the fuck out of
The
there.
Sam Solik
Get
style.
the fuck out of there. That's
how
what
much
people.
how much Solik are you guys watching?
Zero.
Really?
Never even
Why
heard
would I
of
watch
that
that
guy.
shit? I don't fucking care about gym culture at all anymore. I think it's fucking stupid.
It's not really gym culture. It's
Never
like,
heard of
It's
him.
some
so-
fucking roided up dude. Fucking his whole personality is the gym and in his opinions.
He's just talking about life.
Whatever. I don't fucking watch.
What's
it.
wrong with that?
Nothing.
I like
just
it.
don't watch. I
enjoy
don't even
it.
know why I'm getting so fired up.
I actually enjoy
I don't
it.
even watch him at all.
I never watch that stuff, and I actually have been watching a lot of his stuff, and I'm like, man, this guy, I kind of like this guy. He seems like an alright guy.
I've never seen any of his shit. I don't
Which
know
I
why was
hardly ever talk
defensive there,
about.
I'm not
He's
gonna
clearly
lie.
he's clearly on steroids, but
Yeah, of course he is.
whatever, it's fine.
But
As long as he admits it.
like it's just like the gym culture to me is odd now. Like for me, like when we were coming up, like Will and I especially was like the funniest, the best gym videos were fucking Dom Mazzetti.
The best.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't
for
like fucking. It was like satire.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was making fun of how
Yeah.
ridiculous people at the gym are.
Exactly, yeah.
And that was the best, right? Because
Yeah.
people that are like that into it are ridiculous. Like if your whole entire personality is the gym,
Yeah.
you're a fucking loser.
I forgot
If your
to
whole
tell you guys,
personality
You're a
is
fucking loser.
one thing at all,
Yeah.
you're a
Can't be.
loser.
Can't be.
What?
If your whole personality
wait.
revolves
You can't,
around
no,
one
you can't
thing,
have one.
No, yeah.
Like, yeah.
you're
Like
a
you
loser.
can't. Like you're a loser.
I
Like
forgot
this
to tell
is
you
your
guys.
whole identity is the gym.
Yeah,
anything.
it's not good.
I like when I was younger, like when we were like, I don't know, like when I was like say 20, even 18, 19, fucking obsessed with the gym. That's all I did. All I wanted to do, I would blow everything off. That's all I would want to fucking do. Go to the
Yeah.
gym 2 times a day, sups going fucking hardcore.
But
it was
Same.
fucking paid off. I got fucking jacked.
Well, look where we are now. Like, we
I
actually
know.
have a fucking nice foundation.
The
All of us,
discipline-
you know?
the
Like,
discipline is the foundation that really, was the important thing for those years, right? You go to the gym every day. It doesn't matter how much you drank the night before.
Oh, yeah,
doesn't matter
you're
how
going.
tired
Yeah,
you are.
You're going.
And you need a buddy who, by the way, will like drag you there. And I think you guys were buddies going to the gym for a long time. And
Will and I never really went together, but we
No,
always
not really.
we always fucking.
well, because
he
I didn't
was
get
in
serious
Guelph.
till I was in university.
Yeah,
really.
he was in Guelph, and
You-
Darren
Then it
and
was-
I would walk,
Really?
and then we'd always after we'd walk home right away. We would text Will and Drake.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
always
yeah.
did this.
New
This is when we hit, this is
PRs,
when we
yeah.
hit PRs, and then we'd be have it was like essentially like we were going together. But
Yeah.
that
key.
was fun. But that we were also kids, and it's like so maybe I'm being harsh because that's all we did. So we were
Yeah.
fucking losers, right?
Yeah.
So now like, but it
how's it
pays
look
off.
now? How's it look
Well,
now?
I'm fucking.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
still in shape.
Yeah,
somehow.
You're never going to be out of shape now.
Because
I really
you know
think
what?
that,
Maybe this is
yeah.
hilarious how fucking hypocritical I was just being fucking 5 minutes ago.
Why?
Because now I'm paying back. I'm like paying respect to people who are doing that. Because it is true. It did pay off. But like if you were the guy in your like 30s, 35, then that's still all you do.
Yeah.
There should be other things that you
For
branch
sure.
When you're
off
like,
into.
You grow
I
out of
mean,
it.
you're pretty shredded still for your age.
For sure.
But
I'm shredded for fucking 25. Never
I
mind
know,
35.
okay, but I'm about to.
Yeah, you're
but I'm-
almost humble.
How
I'm
dare
about
you.
to not. I'm saying that's not a good thing. Like, if you're that shredded at 45, something's wrong with you, in my opinion. You're focusing way too much on
eat a meal,
that.
buddy.
That's what I mean.
Eat
like,
something nice.
Unless your genetics are just that good, which
I have-
is
I have good
definitely
genetics.
you
Well,
obviously have good
metabolism,
genetics.
right?
I know you do because but I'm saying you're here drinking.
Yeah.
You don't. Your diet isn't the most strict thing in
No,
the world.
I'm not worried
It's
about it. Yeah, yeah,
if you're
yeah.
45 and you care about having the most washboard abs you want to be as
can't-
shredded as possible,
Yeah.
and you're just you don't drink, you don't eat, you don't do anything.
Life should get in the way at some point.
That's,
right?
that's what I'm
Should
saying.
get in the way.
What?
Yeah.
Man, you're 45 years old. I get it, but
Yeah.
this is what's important to you? To being
Just shredded.
good.
That's it.
3% body fat? You
But
give a
yeah,
fuck
and
about this?
it's not
bro?
even. It's not even
Fuck
for anything.
right off.
It's not even for anything.
You're
So,
already married and shit.
so
Just
like
have
this
a
thing too.
fucking pasta meal.
Well, you got guys like Cam Haynes, right? I fucking fuck with him.
Who's
So do
Cam
I.
Haynes? Who's
Cameron
Cam
Haynes? He's like a bow hunter, ultra marathon runner. He's
Okay.
like in his.
Yeah.
He's got to be pushing 50, if
He-
not.
this
Oh,
is
I
for
bet
sure.
he's in
This
his
is for
50s.
sure
So this
not
guy's-
the first Cam Haynes reference on the
Sure,
show.
exactly. But
Definitely not.
he is
remember now.
fully obsessed with working out, running, fucking staying in shape. His diet's probably super good, but at the same time, it's for something.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just doing it because they need to be shredded and look good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because he's not
doing it 'cause
insecure about his
fucking-
body at all.
He's fucking running 200 miles so he can be in the best shape of his life to go bow hunting.
yeah, exactly.
Right, so I work out now to make hockey more fun, and now it's to stay younger.
That's
right,
good
to
too,
stay
though.
Exactly.
No,
That's
I
good,
know.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
That's why I do it. Before it was I need to be jacked and I need to look good, and it's just
Yeah.
a terrible fucking mindset to
it's
be
nice
in.
to look good, but
Looking
it's great
good,
to look
looking
good.
good
to
and
change-
feeling good are important, right?
It's
They go
great
hand in
to
hand.
look
sure.
good, but
Yeah.
if there's no fucking reason other than that, it's so fucking depressing.
if you're restricting your lifestyle that much to look like that for no real reason, it's
nothing.
man, what are you doing?
Kenzie was telling me the other day, we were talking about how I was going to go play football yesterday for the first time in a month. I missed 4 games. I haven't missed that much time in a long time, save for a serious injury.
getting old.
Well, she goes, why don't you quit trying to squat 3 plates?
Yeah.
And I go, I hadn't really considered that, but you're probably right. I feel a lot better when I just stay at 225 or 275 even.
I got the 225 rule.
like
now.
just cool it, don't go too hard.
Dude, I fucking worked out with you for a month, and I just hop back in. I'm beaking off now. I'm getting back into the competitiveness. Injured. Mine's
Yeah,
fucked still.
Is it?
Still fucked because
My
my
shoulder's
bench, I
pretty
just chopped,
jacked up.
popped right back in. Didn't really build in. Joey's sitting there trying to lift as much as he fucking can. I'm sitting there lipping him off for it, but
That
then
was
I'm
the
feeding
strongest.
into it now.
That was
Yeah.
the strongest I've ever been.
I'm
maybe.
fucking
Yeah.
feeding off it. I'm like, what the? And then I left. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I literally
Yeah.
said I don't want to bench over 2 plates anymore. There's no
stupid.
fucking point.
So stupid.
Yeah.
You don't get anything out of it.
It
Like
is
you
dumb.
do, I guess, if that's what you care about. If you're into if you're powerlifting and shit, if
The
you're
thing
actually
is,
doing that,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
then
the-
there's a reason.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna go compete
Exactly.
or something like that.
Or
yeah,
even
but if you can do it 15 times, you don't want to just sit there and do fucking 5 reps,
Well,
5 sets of 15.
Even you don't have to do when we were doing heavy rows.
There's no reason. For
I was
that.
laughing to myself
there's
because
no
sometimes
reason for
I'll go to Crunch and Waterdown and they have the chest supported rows and I'm like, man, it feels a lot better doing 100 pounds aside here than it does doing 225 on the barbell.
Yeah.
Like my hips aren't sore. My
I'm
back
sitting
not
there. I'm like,
sore.
we're working out with Joe. I'm like, why?
My hamstrings
but I
are on
can't.
fire.
Like he does it, and then I'm still stupid. Like I'm still a fucking competitor.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
doing it,
exactly.
and I'm like fresh off the couch.
This is bad, right?
Yeah.
And
This
I'm
is
jumping in. Like I
the
have to do it.
Isn't
like
it weird that the same qualities you looked for in a gym partner 5, 6, 7 years ago now are the ones that you got to stay away from?
Yeah, they're detrimental.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
They're detrimental.
It's funny, when we were going to the gym when we were kids, the guy who used to drag me all the time on days when I didn't want to go was Phil, if you can believe that. And he used to say all the time, the gym is like the dojo. I didn't really think about it that way at the time because I was the one giving out most of the knowledge, but it is true though. You go there and it's not just about like the workout, especially when you're in your early 20s. It's about trading like stories and sharing experiences with your buddies about like life, finances, school, women, experiences with your
Swiftly
parents,
transitions
like
to the golf course.
you know what I
When you-
mean,
when you
like
hit a
whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
but
true.
like that stuff's so important, and I think a lot of kids now
Well, I feel like back. I mean,
they're
like
not doing it. They're
yeah,
not.
I
doing
feel
it.
like you also like you don't hang out sober that much with your friends to have those conversations. You know,
You don't think that?
I don't think that.
Wow,
I think that the more like the older you get, the more you hang out with your friends, or just when you get together for drinks. And
You
shit.
didn't. Oh,
all you really
as
have
you get
time
older.
for.
Well,
That's
I'm
what I'm
talking,
saying, you know,
I'm
that's all
talking
you
about
have
like
time for.
I'm talking about like early 20s, like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we only hung out sober, say for like one night on the weekend, but you'd be at the gym with this guy for an hour and a half every night.
Right.
Going to Tim Hortons for an hour, shooting the shit after church or whatever.
I never had either of those experiences. Me and Mike never went to Timmy's together
Or church.
Amen. I remember Timmy's used to have the chili and the bread bowl after fucking Sunday mass. Oh my god.
I was like,
we
that
were
was
so
like
blessed we
Darren,
had no
Darren and
idea.
I. We'd spent like when we were younger. We'd walk. It was like a 45-minute walk there, work out for 2 hours, 45-minute walk back. So it was like
Yeah,
a
that was
4-hour
fucked.
window
That's a
of
hike.
us just basically talking about getting fucking jacked.
Yeah, it was a lot about
pushing
getting
heavy
jacked.
weight.
That's good.
Eating food, and then like on the way back, we'd like take like a pit stop in the woods, get ripped, and
Getting
and then
ripped.
then the other conversations would come in for the rest.
Did
of
you
the
find
day.
smoking dope helped at the gym?
I did it a bunch.
I did it, but like
Help or not? Help or not?
I never did it to like. I only did it on like my like active rest days.
Oh,
I would like
bench and
smoke a
shit
joint
on-
and I'd hit the bike and I'd just squat a plate or just like just like practice days.
Sure.
I just did it a lot because like I liked to smoke weed a lot back then, so it was sort of like this is something that I can do stoned as well. So fuck it, I'm gonna do it baked.
It
Get
does,
baked in
I
the
feel like
parking
your
lot.
mind muscle connection is a lot better, but I
Yes,
wouldn't
for
want to
sure.
be fucking like
It's better?
ripped doing
Yes.
like a max. Like,
No,
when
no,
I'm
no.
maxing, I wanted to be like stupid and just fucking amped.
Well, I remember like yeah, man, like I don't. It's fucked back then doing it like on Super Pump or whatever, and like your time in the drop to the song to the exactly
yeah.
the time you're gonna hit
Oh,
your one
yeah.
rep max. It was like get the headphones on, stop talking,
Oh, like
everyone be like, all right, okay.
the preset was like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
maxing,
yeah,
it was just
yeah.
like, okay, just fucking shut up. Don't talk to me. I'm in the zone. I need to hit this. I need to hit this.
You need that. You need that. You need that though, right?
I haven't not been like that in so,
So
long.
long. It's a weird,
you're
like-
okay. That's a fucking lie. When
No,
you're
no.
when you're doing a long bike ride, you don't go faster when the song is on that you enjoy or the part of the
I do
song you
that.
enjoy.
I definitely do that.
Maybe, but
You still do
I
it. It
do
might,
do that.
you might have kind of shaved off the
Might be
serrated
more
edges of the
subconscious.
knife, okay, but it's still there.
Sure,
You still
but
do
I
the
mean,
same
a lot of
things.
time just listen to podcasts and shit. To be perfectly honest,
Oh,
and even in
man.
the, I
Because
mean,
you're just going off for a leisurely rip, right? Like you're just doing your.
well, my rides are
exercise and-
sometimes they're fucking 5 hours long.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
be
yeah.
fucking ripping for 5 hours.
I got a 5-hour list for you. Drop after drop.
Yeah, but it's the music that you
No,
like
but like
a lot.
I can't. You can't go on a
How dare
5 hour
you.
ride if you're fucking
Oh my god.
giving her.
Yeah, no. 'cause
Listen, are we playing football or what? What's going on? How come I can't? How come you
No.
guys won't commit to that?
Why do you want me to play football? I don't
I need.
like
we need
it.
guys.
but
we
I don't
need
like
guys.
it.
So what?
I also
So what?
Catch a few balls from me. No
Let
problem.
me just do something I don't want to do at all.
on a Saturday afternoon.
There's
Every
nothing
Saturday
I want to do
afternoon.
worse or less.
go
sorry.
vibe.
There's
for
things I want
45
to do
minutes.
less for sure, but there's no way I can commit to every Saturday afternoon.
Don't commit
That's
to
too
all.
much.
Commit to like 75%.
I'll come
too
out
much.
and
I
play
won't.
if I don't have to pay.
You gotta. Everyone's got.
Then I'm not fucking playing.
Well, I'm not fronting the whole team.
Well, then I don't
fee.
care, Joe. That's
It's
the
like
deal.
it's like $2,000.
You need a fucking sub? Hit me up. I might say yes.
Everybody wants to be a ringer, eh? Everybody wants to be.
I'm not
I
even a
know.
ringer. I'm not even a ringer. I'm just a body, bud.
Jeez, warm
Yeah.
I'm
body.
not a fucking ringer. I don't know. I'm suck at football. And plus, those leagues are fucking whack. The kids in that league are so fucking soft and so fucking annoying.
They are soft, but so what? Who cares?
No, they're soft, and then they get all upset when you're in their fucking face, and then they're like, Oh, like that one year fucking that when we played indoor.
Yeah.
And I was the fucking quarterback said he was gonna fuck my teeth up that
Yeah.
were already fucked up. And I'm sitting there, I'm like,
yeah, go for it.
I'm like,
I would love some
I'm right
fucking
here, I'm right
veneers.
here. And then he fucking had to switch. He wasn't quarterback
It
anymore.
came out. I remember that.
Oh,
And
yeah?
I was like, what the fuck
He
is
got too
wrong with you?
heated?
Like, he started it. Because I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
running his fucking show. I was all in his face all game, stuffing him. He couldn't do shit.
I think
and he
we
starts
should
lipping off.
I think we should play a sport together.
And I
That's
lit
pretty
him
nice.
up. And then I was like, okay, man, if you want to fight, we can do it. I'll get kicked out of this league. I don't care.
Yeah, you're not invested at all. You don't give a fuck if
I'm like,
you
if
fuck
you want
the
to
team
actually
over.
do it, then fucking do it. And then
I
I'm like,
gotta
this league
find
sucks.
guys.
Ball hockey sucks for shit like that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, it was
it's
the
pretty
same
pathetic.
people
People love
shit.
ball hockey.
I
ball
love
hockey's
ball
great.
hockey, too.
The sport, the game itself is great. The league I played in was the worst.
I played in 2 ball hockey leagues, both of them fucking terrible.
because the
you
kids
don't-
they
What's
don't play
terrible?
hockey.
The quality of the game or the people who
The
play?
people- there's no barrier for entry. You just need to buy a stick and have played road hockey before, which every single Canadian has.
So you play hockey,
So-
like you play
love it,
hockey
okay.
growing up, you understand body position. So I'll be like sitting there going in the corner. I just put my shoulder and my ass out. The kid can't get by me. And I like make contact with him and he's fucking losing his mind. I'm like, that's how
Yeah.
you guard the puck or the ball, whatever. And they're like fucking slashing me in the legs. I'm not
yeah.
even responding. I don't care. I get it. It's fucking ball hockey. There's hacks everywhere.
There
and
was-
then I turn around. I fucking like, go into the corner. Kid runs into me. He gets laid out. Because I'm not, it's my ice. You want to come in, you're going to get shouldered.
yeah.
Where
Comes
you-
in
where
and
were
then
you
he's just
playing?
fucking so
On
upset.
the mountain.
Where are you playing? Cameron's?
Outside,
Cameron
on the
Speedway,
mountain.
yeah.
Cameron's, right?
Yeah. I played
okay.
in Guelph too.
It was just the
I played for a long
people
time in
that
Guelph,
play, right?
actually,
It's like
but-
those who can't play ice hockey play ball hockey, and
Yeah.
they're not used to like what hockey is, like what hockey really is. It's fucking rough.
Yeah.
Like, you go in, like you get bruises, you get hit, you get slashed. It's fine.
Sure,
right? You're used to it.
There's also no equipment. There was no minimum equipment needed. There's
no shin pads,
I
there's
never, when I played in Guelph forever, I never wore anything. I had
yeah.
hockey
Guys are
gloves
wearing,
and my
like,
stick, and that
shin
was
guards and
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
guys
don't
wearing
have any
full
of
shin
that.
pads,
No,
fucking
forget
helmets and
I'm
shit.
shorts and a t-shirt and gloves. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Is,
What?
how many refs are
There's
there
gear
in
for
ball
this?
hockey? One? It's a smaller rink, right? In
Oh, I
ball
don't
hockey?
know.
Cameron's-
Cameron's is smaller for sure.
Cameron's smaller,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
smaller.
Small?
Yeah, definitely smaller.
I've seen Cameron's. It's definitely smaller.
But like you put gloves, you put like any piece of equipment on. It's not just a leisurely game anymore.
Yeah.
You're fucking playing. Like even those stupid cutters for football.
Yeah.
Put those on. I'm like, okay, it's go time. I'm competing. Now.
That was like the most like I have pictures of my legs when I played ball hockey like every week. They were fucked. They were constantly cut up, constantly bruised.
slashed.
Yeah.
Slashing. And then they're upset when you play body. I'm like, you're literally using a weapon on my legs.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying
yeah.
a fucking word. And you ran into me and fell over. Sure, I might have stepped into you. But whatever. Like that's the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
like you got fucking elbowed right in the chin on like 2 Thursdays ago.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
bowed right in the chin. What happened? Fucking I got.
you don't wear a
penalty.
cage?
Yeah. No.
No visor.
Wow.
But like but
Dicey.
that's like
That's
hockey
dicey.
though. That's how it is. It's just the game. Like,
Yeah.
it was a clean shot too. I was right there. I was like, what
Isn't
the
beer
fuck?
league? Isn't
Yeah,
beer league
fuck
hockey
me up.
guys who are past their prime trying to make up for their lack of speed with extra physicality though? Like, don't you want to
Or
wear a
there's, or you try to
cage?
finesse hard. I don't know.
There's a lot of-
there's
there's-
lots of people that don't wear cages. Me and Mike
man.
don't wear cages or shoulder pads.
No. I haven't worn shoulder pads since high school hockey, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Elbow
That's,
pads
And I'm
for
not even
sure,
a
bro.
big guy.
that sounds nuts to me.
The only
Yeah.
thing that's really sketchy about the no shouldies is puck.
The puck,
Like a puck.
for sure.
Like the body's whatever. Like, I mean, whatever. There's no
Is no
hitting.
one wearing shoulder pads?
People do.
Oh,
the
people
people
do.
that,
People
the
go
people
full
that fucking
cages and
do
shit.
wear shoulder pads are the people that are laying the body.
Yeah.
The people that wear cages are the people that have their sticks up high. They don't have any fucking consideration for anybody else because they're in full armor. And I remember like one kid, like, because I got high sticks, so I punched the kid in the face. And the kids go, well, put a cage on, you F gay word. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm like, what kind of a chirp is that? Like, you're
Yeah.
lipping me off
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm wearing less gear. I'm like, or you could be responsible with your stick and keep it on the ice like you're supposed to.
Doesn't the
like
league-
the rules fucking state.
Doesn't the league care about that? Like,
no,
if there was
that
ever
fucking league's a joke.
if there was ever a fight or even like a significant argument where guys were coming off the bench or saying like dropping modern slurs like you wouldn't be able to play the next week. They'd be on you for that. For
I
sure.
got
that happens
in that
every
league.
week at hockey.
That's
pretty much.
crazy.
Yeah, in that Sunday league,
It's really
I got
not crazy.
into a
It's
fight-
crazy
I
they
got
don't
into
do
a bunch
anything.
of fights, and it was just like I got kicked out of
Where's
that
the
game.
Where's the league?
Quad Pad, Mohawk.
Ah, okay.
But it was just like
okay.
I don't know what it was, but that league, it was like C division, like nothing great.
Yeah.
But like the worst like hockey you play, like if you play like C versus A, C's a lot chippier because people fucking suck and they think they don't. So Will and I play A division. We both fucking suck.
Yeah.
But we know we suck, and we're playing A division. It's a cleaner, faster game. Sure, there's
Yeah.
some shit that goes on.
Well, but the shit that goes on is when the teams that are supposed to be in B division play A,
Up, yeah.
Because
and
the
they get
skill is
fucking
higher.
rinsed.
Right,
So
yeah.
the only way that they can slow us down is just to fucking
This happens in
Be
football
dirty,
too.
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
exactly. It's the
probably
same
every single
shit.
sport,
Yeah, exactly.
except for golf, probably.
Well, there might be some,
Chippy
I
golf.
saw
shenanigans
Chippy
anyway.
I
golf
saw
game,
a
yeah.
hilarious thing today. Someone sent to me of Dave Chappelle if bowling had an and one mixtape.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the best.
Wait, did you see me play defense?
I never seen that before.
Yeah,
the defense
yeah.
thing.
What's his
He
head on his
takes the
head?
ball from the guy.
It's awesome.
I've never seen that. I was
Oh, the
cracking
and
up.
one is that's one of the
I love
best.
that.
Yeah,
It's so
that's
good.
awesome.
Okay, so I'll sign you guys up for football. That'd be good.
Yeah, I won't be playing.
If we get me,
I'll play, but I'm not paying.
if we get me, you two,
I'm
Jack,
not. I'm
Badger.
not gonna play.
Badge, we need Gallardi's playing. Christian, Al. That's 8.
Who's gonna be the QB?
I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw.
God.
We're gonna throw it.
Yeah, my knees are getting worse and worse. Like I played quarterback a
And
couple
your
weeks
ego is
ago.
getting bigger for some reason. Like you think you're good at it.
I played quarterback a few weeks ago, and I was throwing dots.
By dots, you mean like 80 feet in the air?
no,
Like
I was crushing it. So I'll tell you something, okay? I realized that I couldn't, for some reason, in high school, I never had a problem like throwing a good spiral, and then I just couldn't throw a good spiral anymore. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I watched like 2 YouTube videos before I had to play quarterback like a month ago. And the 2 videos basically said to me 2 things. One, the last finger to leave the ball has to be your index finger. And the other thing is when you throw, your wrist has to like snap out.
yeah.
And so I'm like, okay.
we all knew that.
I was like, I can do that. No problem.
What do you mean it's like that?
Yeah, like,
Like
snap
this.
out. Snap out.
Yeah, I knew that. Obviously.
And like kind of makes sense. If you think about your
Obviously.
index finger, if you're snapping your wrist out, it is the last finger to touch. It also said if you have small hands, leave a little bit of space in between your palm and the ball when you throw it. If you're trying to like get a hold of it, you're going to wind up with too much friction on the ball. You're going to throw ducks.
if you got these big manhandlers like me, what am I supposed to
Then
do?
you just hold the ball further back.
Then you
so
just
that
throw like a
have the
baseball
pocket.
like
Yeah,
this.
just
Yeah. Throw like a racquetball.
Ball, the ball
Yeah.
will correct itself.
Like
Like
a-
it's so fucking
Yeah.
strong. You can throw it like vertically, and
Like
for
a
some reason
frisbee,
it's just
yeah.
so strong.
So a little while ago, I had to play quarterback like in Christmas, around Christmas last year.
Had to.
Yeah, because Pete
We
wasn't
definitely
there.
just took it upon
Pete,
yourself.
Pete doesn't show up. Who else is going to play? They asked me to play. I'll play.
Why are you throwing? Why don't you just run every play?
I used to.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
But
I remember
eventually, I like recently I wanted to
You'll
stop.
bait and switch.
And so
Yeah.
I
He's gonna
bought-
run. He's gonna run.
I bought this
Yeah,
ball. I
yeah.
bought this ball a little while ago. and
Nelson it. Throw it to yourself.
I couldn't hold it. So I went to Canadian Tire and picked up a ball. I'll show you this ball after. It is unbelievable how good it is. The trick is you just run once or twice early in the game, and then the rusher really slows down. You know this. The rusher slows right down because he's
Right.
afraid to get beat. And then you got tons of time to make a decision. Everyone is open after 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? And so you got lots of time. That's why I want to start to learn. And also, Pete is getting older. Our quarterback, for people who don't know.
Pretty
Getting
old.
older. He's been 50.
He just
I can't
turned-
believe he's still fucking
He's
ripping.
just-
He's,
he
he's,
just
he's
turned-
an anomaly, that
He,
guy.
Yeah.
he dusted some kid rushing last night. It was hilarious.
He is fucking good.
It was
man.
hilarious.
He's
Yeah.
just fucking wicked.
He
He
was-
looks
he
a
was
lot younger than he is.
He was dropping
He's a
dimes
beauty
yesterday.
for sure. Pete
Yeah.
is a good fucking dude.
He was dropping
he's,
dimes.
he's
You just saw him a little while ago.
Yeah,
You
it
came
was
over,
great
he
to
was
see
here.
Pete.
Yeah.
Honestly, he right. First thing he brought up was fucking Will and I. So for the listening, Will and I were not exactly super invested in the team, but we still got a championship. Whatever. Not
fuck yeah.
Not bragging, but whatever. Might have fucking contributed. Might have not. Probably did. But who cares?
You guys
anyway.
both contributed.
Anyway, Pete was fucking one playoff game. Like it was like a semifinal game. Will and I showed up like 25 minutes late. Super
hungover.
hungover.
Tim
Like,
Sunday
Tim
mornings
Hortons
at
It was
8:30.
Saturday morning. The worst part is that you guys had the
Saturday
Tim
morning.
Hortons. You stopped.
Oh yeah.
That was the
100%.
problem.
Let me
And
guess
then
who drove
Pete
that
was
day.
just fucking like that's how serious. Like that's why Pete's kind of a beauty because like when you see a guy like that you're playing against, he's a bird. But when he's on your team, you're like, fuck, all right, this guy really wants it. I guess. You know, and he was jacked up. Like, he's into the game. Even at his age, he's still fucking into it.
Yeah.
Which I do like. Like, I respect that. If you can keep that competitive edge well into your 40s, like, that's pretty impressive, right? Because the older I get, the more docile I'm becoming. But it's just fake. Like, it's all still fucking there. Like, the second I go into a room and I'm competing, it's like ugly.
Well, you're always like,
not
every single week, but a lot of weeks, you're like, man, especially on Sundays. On Sunday, when we used to play Sundays, every single Sunday hockey, you'd be like, oh man, I'm just gonna like, laying back, chill today. I don't really want to I don't really feel like being here and shit. And then as soon as the puck hits the ice, you're just like
Go
fucking
time.
mixing it up.
You turn it on.
Give a fuck.
You turn it on. Yeah.
Dude, like holy fuck, that was tough. The fucking job we were at, it was this church up in Wentworth, or up on Upper Wentworth, the new Anglican church, whatever.
Super
but that was
church?
our job. It was it is a major fucking church. But so we were there for a while, and me and this guy Jeff that I work with, one day he just comes up to me, just goes, I think I could fuck you up in a fight. And I just looked at him, and I just looked
right in the face.
I just looked at him and just go, no, you can't. And he just goes, all right, fine. But I could definitely beat you in a race. And I just looked at him and go, no, you can't. And then we just started fucking going, right? Like we were just started beaking off about who's faster and blah, 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 blah. And we were talking about it. We were like all the way from the job to the trailer at break time. Everybody's in the trailer, catches wind of this fucking race. And now it becomes a fucking company-wide thing. Like, people from outside are messaging in, being like, "Who's gonna win? I got money on Jeff. I got money on Mike." And blah blah.
What does this guy look like?
Jeff, he's not slow. He's in shape and everything. He's like 31. Like I was sitting there. He's one of those kids, like a skater kid. But he's, remember like track and field, like the skater kids that were just fast?
They're like wiry.
Yeah.
They're just fast. Like, they're just in they're in the competition, but they're wearing like Vans and jean shorts. But they're just like ripping
Marley.
but they're like winning.
They're still fast.
So he was like one of those kids. So now I'm sitting there, like, it became like, it was like race day and everything. And we were fucking like, I wasn't talking to him all the morning. I was like so focused.
Did you bring running shoes?
Fuck, we both did.
You did?
Oh,
yeah.
we brought
I was wondering if this was going to be
runners,
steel toe
everything. We
situation.
did. We all went hard in it. Like, I got a photo on my fucking phone. And it was
I
so
remember
great.
you sent
picture.
it.
I've
You
seen
sent
the
it.
picture.
Yeah, like, and
to our
the
hockey
difference
fucking
between
picture.
him and I is he is smiling. I won the race. I am not smiling. I was trying as hard as I fucking could.
Of course, you were probably exhausted.
We were gassed, and it was just like, it's just hilarious to like think back and be like, oh, I still am ultra competitive.
Was it a
And
half
it's-
marathon?
No, it was like 100 meters.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny though how
Took
like,
half the workday.
it's so funny when you talk to people. I've found this as I get older, especially at football. Like, there's a number of kids now who are like literally half my age. Kid guarding me yesterday was like 19, and he's like, he's talking shit to me during the game.
Of course.
And I said to Pete, like, halfway through the game, I'm like, listen, I gotta cook this kid, because he will not let this go. And
Humble him up.
It's funny, right? You kind of you know a few more tricks than he does,
Yep.
and he's a little more aggressive than he should be. And
but you
have
know
fun
that he's
with
going to be way
right?
more aggressive, so you can like play into that.
Exactly.
That's like my favorite part about getting older. First of all, like when you like hockey and like touch football are different, right? Like hockey's more physical. Touch football is like kind of, I guess, when you're mixing it up, like trying to get open and shit.
Down
But
the
it's
field,
not really. It's more like get away. Hockey's like more bring it in. Like, let's go. Let's fucking battle. So like I'm older now. And I'm like, I know how I was. Like, 20-year-old Mike thinks he can beat the fuck out of anybody. 30-year-old Mike knows he can kick the shit out of 20-year-old Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, knows it. I think at 20 I can beat anybody up.
Yeah.
30, I know I can beat 20-year-old up.
Right.
Easy. So like now I'm playing like these young kids, and it's not like I'm not exactly like a skilled player, but I'm strong. I can fucking do what I want.
Yeah.
So these kids come in, I'm like, oh, this is great. You
Yeah.
want to see what's up right now? Like, I'll fucking humble you right now.
What do you think 40-year-old Mike is going to think about 30-year-old
You're
Mike?
going to beat the fuck out of him.
40-year-old Mike might have his
This-
hands full with 30-year-old
This
Mike.
is the
I would
first.
imagine.
This is the first year where I think, like, when I was 30, I could have dusted 20-year-old me for sure in almost anything. But now at like 36, it would be harder to like beat 30, 25-year-old.
You can barely walk around the block.
in a sprint. I still run pretty fast straight line, but I notice now like changing directions, my hips don't quite move as well as they used to.
Yeah.
Little
40-year-old
stuff like that,
Joey's
right?
he's got his hands full.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like,
tough.
because I'm still there, right? Like, it's still there.
Which is
like,
why-
I still
You
don't
it,
have
but now
enough
you
injuries
strength,
yet.
Which is
right?
why I gotta switch to quarterback. We gotta play. We gotta.
Or
get
you
a
just
team
gotta
going.
fucking not play the game that you
No
fucking
way.
play.
No way.
All you play is jump as high as you can, beat the guy athletically.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you have to play with your head a
No
little
way.
bit more.
Not until I.
You should
not until I
just
absolutely
start
have to.
curling or something.
Dude,
You
like,
ever- have we done curling?
I would
here
love
in
to
this
go
room?
curling.
You've
I've never
been?
done
no,
it.
I would love to go.
Never done it.
We did it once in grade 9 or 10. It's pretty. It's pretty hard and it's pretty fun.
Dude, I'm
I
telling
feel
you,
like it's a lot harder than it looks. It looks so easy.
You don't realize that
It's like
ice.
golf.
That ice.
Yeah.
Golf looks easy. It's fucking so
Golf
hard.
looks
Yeah.
hard. Golf
Well,
looks
because
hard.
you played it. If you've never
But
played it,
but if you
face
watched,
value.
if you fucking watched the PGA,
pros.
they're never missing a shot.
like,
You're
that
like,
game
man,
must
this
be
has got to
so
be so
easy.
fucking
It looks
easy.
like,
so
it looks
easy.
like me playing PGA 2K.
Exactly.
I never
Everything's
missed.
a dart, and then
Yeah.
you go out there, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
even just
yeah.
addressing the ball, you're like, this is weird.
You get
Uh-huh.
you get 60 balls to bring to the range before you start playing, and 20 of them are in the trees.
And they're all teed up nice.
20?
You don't fucking
Yeah.
get the hit out of the rough
20,
and shit.
No.
fucking at least 80% of them are in the trees.
There's no way you hit 80%. I was gonna say you might hit 5 in the trees off.
Me
the
now,
driving range.
yeah, but when I started, fuck.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was just happy to hit it. Like
We
if I
should,
made contact, I was fired up.
We should wrap it up because I hear the party's getting started upstairs. Do you want to leave the people with anything tonight? It's New Year's Eve.
No, we really killed it though.
What's
Good
the
show.
resolutions?
Let's go show.
Yeah, we didn't really get into that.
I'm gonna try and get back down in weight
315 bench.
165. I got
165?
I got to be 165 this
Why?
year because I'm getting hurt too often. Everything's breaking down. 165.
I feel like you need to start going to the gym less.
I
You
feel
need
like
to
that's
start
not
doing
a,
different
I feel like
shit.
that's
I
not
gotta
a
start running
resolution.
more.
You got.
I gotta start
don't know.
running.
You
I'm
gotta
pretty sure.
start,
I'm pretty
like-
sure getting down to 165 is not a New Year's resolution. I think
I
that's
think
a goal.
I think it might be. Oh, resolution,
Yeah.
like your sort of demeanor.
How are you gonna
and-
better yourself?
I'm gonna
What
sleep.
are the,
I'm gonna go to
popular
bed
ones?
earlier.
What are the popular
Yeah?
popular
Yeah.
ones? Are like reading more.
I'm gonna go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed earlier, and I'm probably gonna stretch.
Stretching is a good one, actually.
That's
I
what
like
I'm
that.
gonna
That's man. You gotta stop max benching and shit and max squatting if you want your knees and hips to last longer.
Yeah, I gotta-
You
I
should
gotta cool
do
it.
other shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Give it up, you're old. Buddy.
225 rule for 2024.
225 rule.
That's a good rule.
Or you can max out for another year, hope for no injuries, and then do 225 rule for 2025.
You know what I'd like to do this year? You know what I'd like to do this year? Kenzie wants to get a bike. I want to get one too. I would like
I want
to
to
Yeah,
get a bike
man.
too.
I
I
would
want to
like
get
to
a bike
do
because I do want to do that.
500 kilometers of riding
A day.
2024.
Nice.
I think that's a pretty good goal. If I start in like May, you might do 10 or 20 a weekend, something
You
like
could
that.
do. I did three. What did I do? 350 in a weekend.
Yeah, so you could do that. 500 kilometers. I think I could do that.
Just
You
do that
could
on your first ride.
Definitely do. Yeah.
350K, just rip it.
Just don't get off your bike until you're done. Your New Year's resolution. Finish it in fucking March.
Are you one of these guys with the gel packs? You bring the gel packs?
You have to.
Oh.
I mean,
gotta
all that
fuel
shit
up.
that's like so annoying and it's so cliche. It has a purpose.
I'm
yeah,
gonna,
Will shows up in tights and shit. And I'm like, okay,
we'll do it
fully in.
we'll do a 2 weights
You
and
got to.
We'll
I
do
signed
a
up
two
for
weights
I
and
got a
a blue,
70K race on April 28th.
That's good. We'll do a 2 weights and a blue episode at Freewheel. I'll bring the camera and
No, we'll just do
Why
it
on
on
a
the ride.
Why
Yeah,
on
on
a
the
ride?
ride.
We can do that too.
Two whites and a blue live.
If
on
you
a-
guys
on a
will both
ride.
get bikes, we should ride hard. I
will.
Whoa! I just got my trainer set up today.
Did you?
Yeah,
I do want to get a
picture.
bike. I do want to get a bike.
People who don't know what trainers are, it's
Like
like
not
it's
the-
like a two. It's like two treadmill things basically.
Mine isn't. It's a direct drive. You actually mount your bike to it.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So like you can change gears and shit, and it's like it simulates hills
Like
and
biking,
shit.
right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So what? You put both tires.
Pretty
No,
joke.
no, just
pretty
your-
jokes
just
that you
your
spent
rear
time
tire.
setting all this up and couldn't be bothered to clean the mud off your bike.
Oh, I know. Hope's gonna be so
Heaven
pissed when she gets
forbid-
home.
Heaven forbid you clean the mud off your fucking bike.
I know
you
before I
bring
put it
back.
inside. I wrote it to Mike's house. I wrote it to Mike's house yesterday or 2 days ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Will's in. Will's a biker. So
Oh, this is good.
But yeah, that's
I
what
do
you
kinda
guys should
like
do.
that.
Maybe that's a good one too. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
we should just get a bike to satisfy Will's hobby.
Yeah. Well, we'd spend more time together. Isn't
I
that what you
do
guys
want.
want?
I do want to get a bike because I think biking is good. It's good cardio and
think
it's
we should
low
just become
impact as
full-time
well, which is
golfers.
important.
I agree.
We should do full time.
Okay, so you're stretching.
I'm stretching. And
I'm riding.
We
sleeping.
What
should
are you
do
doing?
full-time golf. I'm
are you
gonna. I want to be in the
Will's
PGA
goal,
Tour next year.
We're taking the podcast full time.
I'm into that. Full time, one a
This
day.
year.
All right, I'm down.
365 episodes coming up.
That'd be great.
I did 2,000 kilometers this year.
Okay, so
My
maybe I
bike.
should. Maybe I should set
200,000?
like
2,000.
Oh my God, I
1,000
fucking
kilometers.
misheard that.
No.
If
I
I
did
could do
200K this year, dude. I didn't even do that in my whip.
I would love to. I would love to do like 50 a weekend. That'd be like my max, I think. Because I still want to play sports. I still want to do other stuff, right?
The problem is you get so like not good at it, but like you start doing it so often that like 50K is good. It's
not enough.
But it's just not enough, and then all of a sudden you need to be on a fucking
When you say
4-hour
not
fucking
enough,
ride.
not enough. Why? It's like not enough
It's
time.
not
effort.
satisfied.
Yeah, like you're putting up major like kilometers every week, like 50K. It's like that's like a
Just got
decent
good,
ride, but it's
You're
not like
fucking conditioned.
yeah, exactly. It'd be like if you're benching like 145 and you can't go above that.
Just
you
keep
know?
throwing it up.
But the problem is it takes so much fucking time up.
Yeah.
Anyone see any fives around? I need a couple of fives here.
I got 3 5s.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye, peace.
That's it.